As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork which you will not get anywhere else, where we teach not rising to the occasion, but falling to your level of preparation. Whew! That was a rough 7 miles, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a rough 7 miles. I don't know what it was. Maybe overdid it, I don't know. Legs was just kind of tired a little bit. Maybe the meals. Yeah, I didn't eat as well as I'd like yesterday. Didn't fuel my body right yesterday in terms of the meals. That's actually why the 7 miles was so rough. But guess what? It got done. The 7 miles got done, and we are talking on Win Entrepreneur Wednesday, which I'll be diving in. If you're not familiar with that concept, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this very channel. I'll be diving into that in about an hour or so from this very recording. In regards to today's Move Swiftly thought, however, I gotta talk about the little experience, the mini experience. I'm gonna start off. Now I'll probably do a full-blown episode or maybe a whole week-long theme about my trip to Naples this past Memorial Day weekend. But here's just a taste of it on today's Move Swiftly thought in regards to what kind of person are you, all right? What kind of person are you actually, all right? Are you a cheap person? Are you a frugal person? Or are you a selfless person? Now, we'll give the definitions right now of all three of them, but you can kind of get what I'm saying. All right, cheap, frugal, or selfless. Very difficult concept to understand. Well, I wouldn't say it's a difficult concept to understand, but it's something that as you as an individual who's an income earner, and for everyone that is listening to me, you are an income earner, all right, some way, shape, form, or fashion. You have to ask yourself, am I cheap, am I frugal, or am I selfless? And I'll give you an example, all right? So this past weekend, like I mentioned, I was with my girl and her family actually in Naples, Florida. And we planned a beach day. I believe it was Saturday. Saturday. And it wasn't until actually it was the Friday night when we arrived that I realized that I left my flip-flops out here in Palm Beach in South Florida. I forgot them in my other bag. And knowing that, there was a pool at the hotel and going to the beach and having flip-flops and all that stuff will benefit me. However, I know I'm gonna have to go somewhere, go to a Target, go to wherever that's around Naples and pick up a pair, which me and her, we actually looked up the prices on it. It was around $15, somewhere between $15 and $20. Now you're saying, okay, that's not a whole lot of money, is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm saying to myself, my initial thought was, okay, do I need to go and spend $10, $20, $15 to $20 on flip-flops that I'm gonna be using for 2 days? Or will my ass simply survive wearing the shoes, putting the socks on, and then taking the shoes and the socks off when I get to the beach, and then just simply washing my socks and, hitting my shoes out, get the sand out and all that kind of stuff? Do I need to spend that $20 and that $15 on as one Crookshank so his feet aren't hot when he's at the beach like some bitch, right? That's a pussy motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So instead of going out and buying them, I told her, you know what? I'll be all right. I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna save my money. And it's funny because this is where I'm always being reminded of the way my mom would handle situations. So my mother would probably be like, boy, your ass is cheap. It's cheap. So I was telling her that, and she was actually kind of agreeing with her in terms of, yeah, you're fucking cheap. And then I started to make the argument that maybe it's more of a frugal thing, this, that, and the third. But here, check this out. I'll close you guys out with this, because as we were on our way to the beach, we realized that we ran out of, cases of water for the kids. So I decided that on the way, we were on the way to the beach, and then because they're out of cases of water, I went to get a case of water and I bought an energy drink, and the total amount on that came up to, guess what the number was? About 15. It was like 13 to 15 bucks or something like that. Pretty much the same amount that I would have spent on the slippers. So here's the point. The reason I decided, hey, I'm not going to go and pay for slippers that I don't really need right now. It's more of a one for some comfort, and maybe I'm going to use it for a couple hours, versus a whole case of water that's not going to just be for me, but going to be for everybody that's on the trip. You need water, here it is. It's going to be for everybody. That's more of a selfless person. So you have to understand the people that you're dealing with, and it only comes out with opportunities and with time and with understanding how you use the money and what you're all about. That's what it's all about. And you have to really consider that, because we're talking about $15. Now there's people now who are living in the world of where they're talking about the distributing of 15 million and hundreds and millions of dollars and things like that. Those kinds of things, that's where things become really, you really got to understand the type of person that you are and the type of person you're dealing with. So like I said, I'll do a deeper dive on this on a later date. Just stay tuned. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this very channel. Taking off, we hit this thing day in and day out, multiple times a day. Just tap in, continue to tap in. Main website to check out to dive deeper into all the work I'm doing, especially the employee development workshops, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.